Come on, sweet pea. Let's honeymoon in our comfy cavern motor court.
Oh, Stanley.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 things only adults notice in the Cars franchise.
We're just peachy, okay?
What you really need is a sweet taste of my homemade organic fuel.
No, doesn't agree with my tank.
For this list, we'll be looking at in-jokes, references, and some plain crazy themes of the Cars universe that fly over the heads of younger viewers. Ever noticed anything hidden in a Cars movie? Drop us a comment below and let us know what. Number 10. Violent races. Kids might not notice it, but the car races are pretty darn brutal.
Wait a second, Daryl. McQueen is in the wreckage.
There's no way the rookie can make it through. Not in one piece, that is.
Events such as the Piston Cup are framed as the car equivalent of athletics, but the crashes and antics are so intense that it often feels more like wrestling. The cars frequently smash into each other, making huge dents in their bodywork, breaking parts off, in some cases being damaged severely.
What should have been a scene of jubilation has turned tragic here today, folks, as we await news on the Hudson Hornet's condition. After such a devastating crash, we can only hope that this race today wasn't his last.
In the context of them just being cars, it doesn't seem like a big deal. But considering these are humanized cars with feelings and emotions, yikes. These events have got to seriously hurt the racers. Who knew spectators in the Cars universe were so sadistic?
You just gave up the Piston Cup. You know that?
This grumpy old race car I know once told me something.
It's just an empty cup.
Number 9. Cars travel inside other cars. On the face of it, it's not that weird. Real cars are transported on lorries all the time, right? The difference, of course, is that those cars aren't usually alive. So when Lightning McQueen is being towed from racecourse to racecourse by Mac the truck, he's basically sitting inside the body of his friend, which is a pretty gross thought.
Hey, kid, I don't know if I can make it.
Oh, sure you can, Mac. Look, it'll be easy. I'll stay up with you.
All night?
All night long.
There is also the bizarre concept of the Pope-mobile for the Pope, who is also a vehicle in Cars 2.
From the ultra-rich and super famous to world leaders and important dignitaries.
You aren't kidding, David.
The second movie in the franchise also features buses, a concept which raises far more questions than answers. The more you think about it, the less sense it makes.
California, here we come.
Dynaco, here we come.
Number 8. The Cars universe is almost identical to ours. It's made pretty clear that our world and the Cars world are supposed to be one and the same, with a key difference. Everyone is a car.
Hey, what's that?
Mater!
Hey, McQueen! Over here!
Lewis!
Hey, man.
Jeff!
Hey, Lightning! Can you believe this party?
Real-life celebrities like Lewis Hamilton, the British royal family, and Jay Leno all appear in car form.
I don't know what's harder to find, Lightning McQueen or crew chief who'll work with him.
And Sarge the Jeep dates from World War II, confirming that historical events are mirrored. Elsewhere, the cars are seen eating and drinking just like humans.
It is free, right? Keep it coming. A little more. Come on, let's go. It's free. You're getting there. Scoop, scoop. There you go. Now that's a scoop of ice cream.
This raises the question, how organic are these cars meant to be? Are we supposed to assume they're like humans in almost every way? Or are they still machines? It's freaky stuff to think about. The similarities are a little too close for comfort. Number 7. Sex probably exists in cars. One of those previously mentioned similarities is, yeah, you guessed it. Think about it though. We see cars flirting a lot, including McQueen and Sally, who get very close and loved up.
Is that what I think it is?
Oh, I don't know, Flo. I haven't had a chance to find out, but I am going to find out. Hello.
And Time Travel Mater, from the spin-off short series Mater's Tall Tales, establishes that marriage happens in the Cars universe.
Say cheese.
What's wrong with you?
I always cry at weddings.
We also see baby cars too. With all that in mind, it's impossible to skirt around the fact the cars do it, somehow. Finding out exactly how or why this works is, quite frankly, a step too far. But as adults, it's impossible to ignore that it's happening. Yuck.
No, I really missed you, Sally.
Well, I create feelings and others they themselves don't understand, and blah, 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 blah.
Number 6. Where are the humans? We've already established that this universe is ours with the humans swapped out for cars. But if that's the case, why are there so many things that simply couldn't have happened without humans?
Just clues to the puzzle.
Okay. Well, that was my life, and you know what? It never felt happy.
The cars all have doors, for example, and there's no shortage of buildings, roads and technology that could either not have been built by the cars or simply not needed by them.
Well, it didn't used to be that way.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. 40 years ago, that interstate down there didn't exist.
Surely at some point this universe contained humans, which leads us to the pretty dark idea that something terrible happened to them. Were they all wiped out? Did they evolve into car form? Either way, it's spooky stuff.
How great would it have been to see this place in its heyday?
Oh, can't tell you how many times I've dreamed of that. But one of these days, we'll find a way to get it back on the map.
Number 5. Drug references. For a franchise as seemingly squeaky clean as Cars, it's surprising how many references to narcotics you pick up on as an adult. McQueen's Rust-Ease promotional appearance in the first movie is a prominent example.
Nothing sues a rusty bumper like Rust-Ease. Wow! Look at that shine! Use Rust-Ease, and you too can look like me! Ka-chow!
The rusty old bangers helping McQueen flog the medicated bumper ointment make no secret of their dabblings with recreational substances, making Lightning feel pretty awkward stuck in the middle of them.
That's what I'm telling you, it's just stickers! Well, you know, race cars don't need headlights because the track is always lit.
Yeah, well, so's my brother, but he still needs headlights.
There's also Fillmore the VW camper van. His slow, chilled-out demeanor coupled with his psychedelic paint job tells you all you need to know about this Radiator Springs resident.
I'm telling you, man, every third blink is slower.
The 60s weren't good to you, were they?
A 60s hippie voiced by George Carlin. His big, dilated eyes are the surefire giveaway. One for the parents. Number 4. Clever casting and in-jokes. Pixar loves to sprinkle their movies with knowing references for older viewers, and the Cars series is no exception.
Is this Harv, the world's greatest agent?
And it is such an honor to be your agent that it almost hurts me to take 10% of your winnings and merchandising and ancillary rights in perpetuity anyway.
The trilogy is packed full of in-jokes. The casting of Paul Newman as Doc Hudson is a great example. Newman had a famous rivalry with fellow actor Steve McQueen, so Hudson's on-screen distaste for the car named McQueen is pure genius.
Hey, was that floating like a Cadillac? Or was that stinging like a Beamer? I'm confused. You drive like you fix roads. Lousy.
Elsewhere, Fillmore's name nods to the Fillmore West Theatre of San Francisco in the late 1960s, while characters such as Jay Limo and Jeff Gorvette will doubtless have parents chuckling from the back seats.
Jeff Gorvette, how does today's talent stack up?
Oh, I think we're in for a treat today. These racers are... Oh, hey, McQueen! Win one for us old guys.
Will do, Jeff.
For what's arguably Pixar's most child-orientated franchise, there's plenty of respite for those older than 7 too. Number 3. Sally's lower back tattoo. Quite how she got it is another question, but Sally Carrera has what can only be described as an embarrassing lower back tattoo.
Yeah, it's like a clever little twist on motels made out of caution cones, which of course cars usually try to avoid, but now we're gonna stay in them. That's funny.
Figure that all out on your own, did you?
It's a tribal design of the kind that went out of fashion in the late 90s and early 2000s, and naturally, she's ashamed of it when McQueen catches a sneaky glance of it.
Hey, do I spy a little pinstriping tattoo back there?
Oh! That's just... Oh! Oh, you saw that?
This is absolutely something that will fly straight over the heads of the movie's target audience. But to adults, it's a clever little bit of social satire that makes the first Cars installment feel that much more enjoyable.
Do you want to stay at the Cozy Cone or what?
Huh?
I mean, if you do, you gotta be clean, because even here in Hillbilly Hell, we have standards.
It's silly and adds nothing to the plot, but it's also pretty funny. Number 2. Adult magazines exist in Cars. Yeah, this is a weird one to explain. The fact sex exists in the Cars world alludes to this anyway, but it's not something that you'd ever consider until hearing a throwaway line of dialogue from the first movie.
I just thought I'd say thank you for doing a great job, so I thought I'd let you stay with me. Oh, not with me, but there. Not with me there, but there in your own cozy cone.
When McQueen arrives in California on board Mac the truck, a reporter car can be heard asking if it's true that he's going to pose for Car Girl magazine.
We're live at the Los Angeles International Speedway as the first competitor, Lightning McQueen, is arriving at the track.
Wait, how was the track?
Is it true he's gonna pose for Car Girl?
This is a pretty disturbing thought, exactly what a Car Girl photo shoot looks like, or how such a magazine is even distributed, are questions to be answered another day. It's a funny one-liner that opens up a whole can of worms.
We quit, Mr. One-Man Show! Okay, leave, fine. How will I ever find anyone else who knows how to fill me up with gas?
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. The Car Groupies. There's a lot of adult humour tucked away in the Cars movies, but this example is the clearest and arguably funniest of the lot.
Hey, buddy, you're one gutsy racer.
As a superstar racer, Lightning McQueen unsurprisingly has lots of fans, and these include Mia and Tia, two incredibly enthusiastic cars who can only be described as groupies. They appear to be besotted with McQueen and are both painted in the same red paint job as him. Their behaviour peaks when they meet McQueen ahead of a piston cup race, and in their excitement, flash their headlights at him in a very suggestive way.
I'm Mia. I'm Tia. We're like your biggest fans.
I love being men.
McQueen's eyes glaze over as security steers him away. It's a memorable moment.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.